So Dale, a game of two halves, lose the first half and then come out second half and score 6. What's your thoughts on that game?
Well, if it was Maximus Decimus Meridius, it'd be, are you not entertained? I'm exhausted myself, never mind the players. I think like first half was a bit of an attritional game, wasn't it? I thought, they're decent at set pieces, we're aware of it. One little slight individual error cost us, and I thought really we didn't really get going as much as I'd like to. We worked on quite a lot of things this week and last week with the game being off. But that was more like us in the second half, and I think if anybody's watched the game today, I would say they thoroughly enjoyed it. Listen, they've had a right go first half, and I just think once we got into our groove a little bit, we were hard to stop.
We noticed first half that Dale Belford went off injured. What's the latest?
That's not good. I mean, I think his calf's gone, so that's not looking good for Cameron. At the first signs with Eddie, obviously you can't tell till the swelling's gone down, but it's not going to be short term. And obviously Jack coming on. Listen, Jack was magnificent, absolutely magnificent. It's a situation for him to come on 0-0. We concede, but listen, that kid deserves a massive amount of credit. He's been here a long time. He's been in and around the first team since I think he was 16, something like that. And this day's for him more so than anybody. He's got a round of applause from everybody in the dressing room. He trains tirelessly, he works really hard, never misses a training session, he's never late. And if that's any example to a young player who's stuck by it, today Jack Sandell deserves everything, and that win obviously is for him.
As one of the radio commentary team says at half time, did you give him a Sir Alex Ferguson bollocking to perform better in the second half?
I think that was more Deeks. I think Deeks is like, listen, Graham, my staff have been brilliant. How much work goes in behind the scenes. He's been integral to everything we've done, Graham. I'm really lucky to have him. In terms of he's a very loyal guy. We've worked together previously. I've known him since he was 17 years of age. When he came in on loan at Tamworth from Walsall, and trust is a massive thing in football, and the amount of work he puts in behind the scenes, his recruitment's fantastic. He's a great character, and there's a lot of people trying to pull in the same direction now, and I think you see that in the second half. You look at Jack's performance, you look at how much work Deeks has put in. Courtney's come in today, made a couple of sort of really key decisions. The one with Jimmy bringing him on, they sort of got their heads together, came up to me with that, and I was like, not sure, and then they came back to me with it, and I went, okay, let's do it. You know what I mean? So credit again to the staff who were working tirelessly.
We noticed you put Jimmy on. We all thought he'd go straight at the back, but he went up front. Was that just tactical, or just go for it?
We'll go for it. At the end of the day, we've got to win the game. Look, at the stage where we were with Cameron coming off, and like Burnsy, the situation with Burnsy this morning, not being available. We're down to the bare bones. Ash Fallon's injured, obviously Coquelin being injured. You look at it and everybody's just put absolutely everything in, and we just thought, we can't lose here today, and we need to win. So we thought, well, I think the fans at the end, as I say, were entertained.
Also, King's Arms playing out of position at right back. Thought he had an excellent game. Do you agree?
Superb, absolutely superb. Callum, I spoke to him this morning when the situation arose with Burnsy. His first thing was, I can do a job. And it was, look, I think he's been more or less man of the match out there. There's some great performances second half, but I think even in the first half he was probably our standout player with one or two others. But for me, that's exactly where we want to be about. People who want to play, people who are willing to play out of position for the team, for the squad. And look, we don't want to get carried away. It's a game neither team could lose. But we're at home, we've got a decent home record, and I think in the end, listen, we were worthy winners, and credit to our boys.
What is the injury update on Burnsy?
It's not good. He's got an infection in his shin. He's had it for a couple of weeks, and he's just been soldiering through. But unfortunately, this morning he's been taken into hospital with it. It's flared up a little bit more, and we'll have to see what the situation is. But I don't know whether he's been admitted into hospital with it. But I'm going to give him a call as soon as we get out of here and see how he is. But listen, that boy's a warrior, and for him not to be available today because of it, it must be something that to stop him takes a lot. So a little bit concerned with that.
And are you looking to extend Joe Clough's loan deal into a permanent deal or a loan to the end of the season?
What will be. Obviously, we want to keep him here. He's been great. He's a smashing kid. He wants to play for the club. But I just spoke to Andy Fern about it in there, and we'll knock our heads together and see where we go with it. But you can see today when he's like that first half, he wouldn't have got in the Air and Hands team, but second half he's unplayable. So it is what it is with Joe. Sometimes you just got to be patient with him, and he comes up with things like that. You know what I mean? And even I think probably got a couple of assists as well.
Cheers, Dale. Thank you.
Thank you very much.